Released in 1976, Joni Mitchell's Hejira is a quintessential work that represents a pivotal moment in her career and a landmark in the evolution of popular music. For music fans and vinyl collectors, Hejira offers a rich tapestry of lyrical introspection, musical innovation, and emotional depth. It's an album that transcends its time and continues to influence and inspire generations of musicians, songwriters, and listeners. Hi everyone, my name is Ling Dynasty, and welcome to another edition of Dynasty Vinyl. In this episode, we dive into the impact, influence, and legacy of this remarkable album. We'll explore the personal and musical journey that led to its creation, the groundbreaking contributions of jazz bassist Jaco Pastorius, and the lasting impression Hejira has left on the world of music. The story of Hejira begins in the aftermath of Mitchell's 1975 album, The Hissing of Summer Lawns, an album in which Mitchell explores themes in reflection of women as seen through the lens of men. Despite being critically acclaimed, The Hissing of Summer Lawns didn't achieve the commercial success of her earlier work. The planned tour to support the album was abruptly aborted midway through. This decision was partly due to Mitchell's dissatisfaction with the music industry's expectations and her growing sense of disillusionment with fame. The aborted tour marked a turning point as Mitchell began to seek solace and inspiration outside the constraints of the traditional rock star lifestyle. During this period, Mitchell's personal life also underwent significant upheaval. The constraints of the traditional rock star lifestyle is a subtle way of implying the influences of drugs and alcohol. Her relationship with drummer John Guerin, who had been both her romantic partner and collaborator, was coming to an end. The breakup was painful, and the emotional turmoil it caused would be reflected in themes of loss, longing, and self-discovery that permeate Hejira. Amidst this emotional turbulence, Mitchell found herself drawn to the open road, embarking, if not running away, on a journey across the United States in her white Mercedes-Benz. It was this story that initially drew me to Hejira. While I'm not deeply versed in Miss Mitchell's entire body of work, the album stood out as something unexpected from an artist who gave us songs like Both Sides Now and Big Yellow Taxi. The involvement of Jaco Pastorius on this album only heightened my curiosity about Miss Mitchell. The road trip that inspired Hejira began in Los Angeles with two male companions, a former lover from Australia and a 30-year-old flight attendant who would later become the subject of the song A Strange Boy. After parting ways with her companions in Maine, Mitchell continued the journey alone. Without a driver's license, she relied on truckers to warn her of nearby police as she traveled south through Florida and along the Gulf Coast. Here, she mingled with other transients and vagabonds, a theme she explored in the song Refuge of the Roads, the album's final track. One of the more intriguing aspects of this period in Mitchell's life was her brief affair with playwright Sam Shepard, whom she met during Bob Dylan's Rolling Thunder Revue tour. Shepard's free-spirited nature and creative brilliance left a lasting impression on Mitchell, inspiring songs like Coyote and influencing the introspective, narrative style that defines Hejira. As she traveled through Maine, Florida, and the Gulf Coast, Mitchell began composing the songs that would eventually form the album. The road trip became a metaphor for her inner journey, a quest for meaning, freedom, and understanding. The recording of Hejira was as much a journey as the road trip that inspired it. Mitchell returned to the studio with a clear vision, seeking to create an album that reflected the expansiveness and solitude of her travels. The recording sessions took place in several studios, including A&M Studios in Los Angeles, where Mitchell had recorded much of her previous work. However, unlike her earlier albums, which featured more conventional rock and folk arrangements, Hejira leaned heavily into jazz influences, a direction that was both daring and innovative at the time. A key factor in the album's unique sound was the involvement of Jaco Pastorius, the virtuoso jazz bassist whose fretless bass playing added a fluid, melodic dimension to the music. Pastorius' contributions can be heard most prominently on tracks like Coyote, Refuge of the Roads, and Hejira, where his bass lines weave in and out of Mitchell's intricate guitar work, creating a sense of movement and space that mirrors the album's themes of travel and exploration. Pastorius' approach to the bass as a lead instrument rather than a purely rhythmic one was groundbreaking, and his collaboration with Mitchell would go on to influence countless musicians in the jazz and rock worlds. Other musicians involved in the recording of Hejira included Larry Carlton on guitar, Max Bennett on bass, and John Guerin on drums. Carlton's subtle, expressive guitar playing provided the perfect counterpoint to Mitchell's open-tuned guitar work, while Bennett's traditional jazz bass lines complemented Pastorius' more experimental approach. Guerin's drumming, meanwhile, was understated yet essential, providing a rhythmic foundation that allowed the other musicians to explore more free-form arrangements. Of the 9 songs on this album, only 4 feature drums, including the song and album's title track, Hejira, which Mitchell wrote about her breakup with John. The synergy between these musicians and Mitchell's visionary songwriting resulted in an album that was both musically complex and emotionally resonant. The songs on Hejira are deeply personal, reflecting Mitchell's thoughts on love, freedom, and the complexities of life. My copy, which I paid $7 Canadian from Circus Books and Music's on Toronto's Danforth, a gem of a record shop with lots of hidden chestnuts waiting to be discovered, is a first pressing. It's missing the inner sleeve, however, the record is in great shape and plays beautifully. The album's jacket is a classic gatefold that opens to display Joni's lyrics, presented on both sides of the gatefold. The album's opening track, Coyote, sets the tone, with its driving rhythm and vivid lyrics about a fleeting love affair. Written about her relationship with Sam Shepard, a married man and womanizer, the song captures the restless nomadic spirit that runs throughout the album. Coyote is a portrait of a relationship that is passionate yet transient, much like the landscapes Mitchell traveled through during her road trip. Mitchell understands her relationship with Sam from the onset, and rather than lament the complexities of the affair, Mitchell sings of her acknowledgement and acceptance of it. Amelia is another standout track, blending Mitchell's reflections on the aviator Amelia Earhart with her own feelings of isolation and longing. The song is both a tribute to Earhart's pioneering spirit and a meditation on the loneliness that often accompanies those who venture into uncharted territory, whether taken literally as Amelia in the skies, Joni on the road, or as a metaphor within our own lives. The haunting, poetic lyrics are matched by a sparse, atmospheric arrangement that emphasizes the song's themes of distance and detachment. The mastery of Joni's vocals is on full display as she blends, weaves, and floats, leading listeners through its intricacies and gently letting us go as the song fades to silence. Song for Sharon is one of the most introspective tracks on the album, about a childhood friend who chose a domesticated life so different from her own. It's a nearly 9-minute exploration of Mitchell's internal conflicts about marriage, career, and the choices she's made. Said to have been written during a bout of insomnia fueled by cocaine, the song's stream of consciousness lyrics takes the listener on a journey through Mitchell's thoughts and memories, revealing her fears, doubts, and desires in a way that is both intimate and universal. The song's narrative style and confessional tone would go on to influence many singer-songwriters in the years to come. Other tracks on the album, such as Hejira, Black Crow, and Refuge of the Roads, continued the themes of travel and self-discovery, each offering a different perspective on Mitchell's journey. The title track, Hejira, is particularly significant with its hypnotic melody and lyrics that delve into the concept of flight and migration as metaphors for personal growth and transformation. Refuge of the Roads, the album's closing track, brings the journey full circle, with Mitchell reflecting on the lessons learned and the solace found in the company of strangers and on the open road. Upon its release, Hejira received mixed reviews. Some critics praised its lyrical depth and musical innovation, while others were less enthusiastic, perhaps put off by the album's departure from the more accessible sound of Mitchell's earlier work. Commercially, the album didn't achieve the same level of success as some of her previous releases, such as Court and Spark or Blue. However, over time, Hejira has come to be regarded as one of Mitchell's most important and influential works. The album's influence can be seen in the way it bridged the gap between folk, rock, and jazz, paving the way for future artists to explore these genres in new and creative ways. Mitchell's use of open tunings, complex song structures, and deeply personal lyrics on Hejira set a new standard for songwriting, challenging conventional notions of what popular music could be. The album's introspective themes and narrative style have inspired countless musicians, from singer-songwriters like Tori Amos and Tracy Chapman to indie rock bands like The National. For vinyl collectors, Hejira is a must-have not only for its musical significance, but also for its striking cover art, which features a black and white photo of Mitchell superimposed over a snowy landscape. The image perfectly captures the album's themes of solitude and introspection, making it a visually as well as sonically compelling addition to any collection. Joni Mitchell's Hejira is more than just an album, it's a journey. A journey through sound, emotions, and through the human experience. Its impact, influence, and legacy continue to resonate nearly 5 decades after its release, making it a timeless masterpiece that speaks to the restlessness, searching spirit in all of us. For music fans and vinyl collectors alike, Hejira offers a glimpse into the soul of one of the greatest artists of our time, inviting us to embark on our own journey of self-discovery and reflection. Whether you're listening to it for the first time or the 100th, Hejira remains a profound and transformative experience, a true testament to the enduring power of music. If you've made it this far and you're familiar or unfamiliar with this record, I would love for you to leave your comments below. I'm Ling Dynasty for Dynasty Vinyl. Thanks for watching.